Please welcome Derek Allan Strong.
I'm gonna cry, yet I'm gonna win. Today's the day I start on my way and let my new life begin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not without sin, but I'm gonna stride new horizons in sight when I'm back on my feet again. Yes, I'm gonna stride new horizons in sight when I'm back on my feet again. My poor old head said to my heart, we're battered and bruised, there's nothing to lose, it's time for new pages to start. I got my cap, but it's not in my hand. There won't be no need to beg or to plead when I'm back on my feet again. There won't be no need to beg or to plead when I'm back on my feet again. And I have walked these old halls, worn heart soaked of my tears. I have dreamed of no walls to put echoes of doubt in my ears. But I'm gonna cry, but I'm gonna win. Today's the day I start on my way and let my new life begin. Today's the day I start on my way, get back on my feet again. Today's the day I start on my way and get back on my feet again.
Welcome to the Hulk Caesar Show. I am your host, Hulk Caesar. A big thank you to Derek Allan Strong for kicking off the program. We'll have much more from Derek a little later on. Now, before we get to tonight's first guest, it's time for another edition of Hulk and Emily's SPCA Creature Feature. Now, Emily couldn't join us tonight, but she's with us in spirit. Let's see who we have here. Meet Chance. This handsome one-year-old husky mix is looking for his forever home. At about 60 pounds, Chance is a big puppy with lots of energy and an even bigger heart. Now, Chance loves walks, toys, and plenty of attention, but he's still learning and will need a family willing to work with him using positive reinforcement. He's looking for a cat-free home and an adopter who can help him become the best boy that he can be. Now, Chance came to the SPCA as a stray from Labrador, and now he's ready for a fresh start. If you think Chance could be your guy, contact the St. John's SPCA to learn more about adopting him. And a big thank you to our friends at the SPCA here in St. John's, their new location up on White Hills. Well, tonight we're featuring two very strong guests. They're both accomplished strongman and strongwoman athletes, members of the Strong Like Caveman crew, and they're helping bring the WHEA Strongman and Strongwoman World Championships to Paradise this September. It's the first time the World Championships have ever been held in Canada, and we're excited to find out what it takes to bring an international strong person event right here to Newfoundland and Labrador. Kyle Mahoney and Lisa Sheppard, welcome to the Hulk Caesar Show.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Excited to be here.
Now, let's start with you, Kyle. Let's start with the big news. The WHEA World Championships are coming to Paradise, and this will be the first time the event has ever been held in Canada. Now, when did you first realize this could actually become a reality?
So I was actually coaching at what was it? It was York.
Yeah.
York. I was in York, England last year, coaching
fancy.
our athletes. And
That was the Worlds last year?
Yeah, and the year previously was Finland. So we were at Worlds last year, and I know the federation head. We've had a pretty good relationship online over the years, and I said to him, I said, man, you want to do it in Canada next year? I didn't think he was going to say yes. And he said yes, and here we are. So
That's amazing.
Really exciting.
Wow, it's such
a lot of work.
A lot of work, I'm sure. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Lisa, you competed at the Worlds twice before, and now you're going to compete on home soil. What does it feel like knowing that your third World Championship is happening right here in Newfoundland?
I think it's a little scarier because there'll be a lot more people there watching, I think. We're really trying to encourage spectators to come out because it is a really fun event to watch. My very first Worlds was in Finland, and I zeroed 2 of my 3 events, and then I really learned a lot from that. So last year I went back and I didn't zero anything, which was really exciting. And I also placed 3rd for the Masters Women.
Amazing.
So that was really exciting and a real big confidence boost and made me feel super strong. So I'm excited to go back again this year and hopefully place again and beat my sister like I did last year.
Oh, wow. A little sibling rivalry.
it's ironic because it's on home soil, but she's probably going to have less of her coach this year than any other time before. So I'm just going to be running around just doing organizational stuff. So.
But I feel like being here will also keep me distracted so that all I have to do is lift versus thinking about lifting, which is a good thing for me.
And you get to go home.
Yeah, and sleep in your own bed every
Do
night.
you think that not having to travel is going to be a big advantage?
Yeah, and not have to eat food you don't know about
Exactly.
either. Like you get to fuel the way you're used to fueling and being
Sleep
with
in
your
your
people.
own bed.
Yeah, I guess that does make a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, for people who have never watched a strongman or strongwoman competition before, what are they going to see when they walk into the Rotary Paradise Youth and Community Center?
Well, day one is so we have 6 events over 2 days.
Okay.
Day one starts off with a deadlift for reps. The second event is a log press for reps. And the third event is actually an Inukshuk sandbag carry for max distance. And those Inukshuk bags, I should have brought a picture with me.
I'll pull it up on the screen for us.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, they're actually made here in Newfoundland by Inclusive Fitness. And that company's owned by Gareth Kippenuk. He's a Newfoundlander. So he designed these bags.
I know Gareth.
You know Gareth?
I
Right
met
on,
him,
yeah. Yeah, so Gareth designed these bags, and I mean, he's selling them all over the world now. So it's cool to have a Newfoundland company with a Newfoundland cultured event, we'll say, as a part of the competition, right?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And they're hard to lift.
They are. They're definitely a lot harder than they seem, in my opinion.
So how do the competitions work? Is it timed, or is it a lot of it most weight, or is it endurance?
Well, so that's just day one. So after they go through day one, then they have day 2, and on day 2, the first event is going to be it's a max dumbbell, so max dumbbell press with one arm.
What kind of weights do you get to in that?
You're going to see you're probably going to see some women go over 100.
Wow.
And I think for sure, and you're probably going to see a lot of the men go over 100 kilos, so probably 220.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then it goes into a yoke carry. I think what's your weight? 450,
485.
485. So
Wow.
she has to carry that 80 feet.
Wow.
And then and that's the Masters women, and then the open men have to do 400 kilos. And even even the under 100 kilo man, so that's 220 pounds. Those guys have to do 800 pounds. So yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, and everything in between, right? And then the last event is a beer keg, essentially filled with lead and water, and you got to load it over a bar as many times as you can.
Oh, wow. So you got loaded over, then go to their side and load it over. And
We'll have spotters, and they're going to roll the keg back.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah, no time to rest. You just gotta just gonna keep coming at you.
Fire it over.
Sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
So some events are timed.
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's a time usually limit on everything.
Yeah, so the deadlift for reps is 75 seconds max reps. Log is 75 seconds max reps. The max distance event is you pick it up and you go until you drop. If you drop, you're out.
Yeah.
The max dumbbell, everybody gets 3 attempts to establish a max lift. The yoke.
What kind of motion do you do in a max dumbbell?
Max dumbbell, you're using 2 hands,
Yeah.
you clean it to your shoulder, and then you're pressing with 1 hand.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the yoke has a 75-second time cap. But if they don't finish in 75 seconds, we measure their distance in 75 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And then the keg is 75 seconds. over a bar.
Amazing. And you have countries from all around the world, I guess, coming in?
Yeah. So we have WHEA in Great Britain is coming over. WHEA from Finland is coming over. And I'm not sure what other countries are involved yet because I don't actually have the athletes list until they send it to me.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be like September 5th-ish.
Super.
I'll get the list. So, yeah.
Amazing.
So if you didn't have a qualifier in your home country or
You
home
could apply.
community, you can apply to go. So we're really lucky. We did have a qualifier here in May.
Yeah, we had ours back in May.
Yeah.
And I try to have one here every year
Yeah.
for the athletes because it's so hard in Newfoundland because, as you know, it's a fortune to travel anywhere. It's a fortune to get here, and it's a fortune to go anywhere, even in our own country. So, I try to keep a good relationship going with all the federation heads and have as many qualifiers here as I can for the small pool of athletes that we have.
Amazing. All right, let's take a quick break. Back in April, we had Lucas Kettle on the show. Here he is with Red Cabin live on the Hulk Caesar Show.
I'm driving home on the freeway, your sunshine in my eye. The radio is singing a sweet child of mine. There's mountains all around me, seem to go on for days. Yeah, I remember that old cabin before I went up in a blaze. And it's so easy to lose your sense of time. I'm realizing that you're leaving your present behind. Back to those old days when nothing seemed to go wrong, where we stayed singing that song all night long. The car meets on the Friday, we had nowhere else to be. You were in my front seat, sitting next to me. It's so easy to lose your sense of time. Now realizing that you're leaving your present behind. Back to those old days when nothing seemed to go wrong, where we stayed singing that song all night long. Sometimes I often wonder, is this town or is it me? It's constantly changing from the way it used to be. It's so easy to lose your sense of time. Now realizing that you're leaving your present behind. I'm back to those old days when nothing seemed to go wrong, where we stayed singing that song all night long.
And we're back on the Hulk Caesar Show with Kyle Mahoney and Lisa Sheppard. Now, Lisa, you started Strongwoman because you wanted to lift heavy things and have people yell at you while you do it. Now, 6 years later, you're competing at the World Championships at home. What has this sport given you beyond physical strength?
Well, that's kind of crazy because this is what I sent a message to Kyle about earlier today, was how it's been 6 years since I've been doing this.
Yeah.
And when I first sent him a message, he wrote me back and said, my class is full. and I'll let you know when I have a spot. The next morning I woke up and I had a message from him saying you can come to class tonight. And it was scary and absolutely felt crazy to do it. And when I went, I didn't know anybody, and I kind of had met you once.
Yeah.
So it was just such a welcoming group of people. And are you allowed to swear on the show?
Sure.
Okay. So as I walk in, there's one of the guys is deadlifting, and a guy is stood up in front of him yelling, "F the bar, f the bar." And I was just like, oh my God, this is great.
It would not be Lisa if she didn't say that. Oh.
So it's helped me build confidence. I feel that extra strong, and I recognize that as a woman, I need to be strong because I don't want to fall and hurt myself. I don't want to not be able to like physically do my own things. I want to be able to get my laundry. I want to be able to bring in stuff from the grocery store, and I can do that. And I noticed a big difference probably a month after I started. I went to the grocery store, and the person was filling up my bags, and she put like 2 soft drink things in it. And I was like, you can put more than that in it. And there was no issue. And that has been really kind of cool. So today I loaded up my grocery bag and I tried to pick it up and the handles broke. But like
Mission
those kind
accomplished.
of things. Yeah. And
Mission accomplished,
I
I
brought
suppose.
my sister into it. My daughter's now joined it too. We're all coached by Kyle, and I brought friends in, and we've just got a really good group of people. So even the
We do.
friendships I've made there, we've traveled together the last 2 years and stayed in an Airbnb, all of us together. And we all keep coming back. So we seem to like each other.
Yeah, we got a good group.
Amazing.
We got an awesome group, and we got an awesome gym too. TSI in Paradise. It's a phenomenal spot. You know, it's the people make it. It's a small venue. You don't even know it's there, but got the best people, and really thankful to that facility and its owner for enabling us to have that environment to to compete, have fun in, and grow, and develop lifelong friendships. Really, right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now,
And
Clay,
it's a gym too that anybody can be a part of. So like you don't have to be an elite athlete. You don't have to be.
There's everybody. Everybody has trained there over the years. We've had record holders. You had world champions, and right down to beginners and people who don't even compete. So it's a really good environment. It's a really good gym.
amazing. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Now, you're expecting some seriously strong people to come to Paradise.
Yeah.
What does it mean for Newfoundland to have these athletes here, and what do you hope local spectators take away from watching them compete?
The local spectators, I think they're going to learn a lot. I don't think the spectators or the people who may wonder about the sport of strongman and strongwoman understand what the athletes go through. I mean, you see pro strongman on TV, and you may see a video here or there on somebody's social media, but it's not the same as seeing 4 or 5 guys, grown men, struggle to reset an 800-pound yoke, and then a 200-pound guy pick it up by himself and run with it, or you see 2 grown men my size, put a 200-pound bag on a dolly and wheel it back 50 feet, and you're like, oh, that's not too bad, but then you see a Masters female go out and pick it up herself and start running laps with it. So it is really impressive, and there's some really impressive athletes coming here, and we have some pretty good athletes ourselves coming from Newfoundland. So
Awesome.
it's gonna be fun.
One of the coolest things I did in one of the competitions, we pulled a dump truck. So
Oh my God,
that was
you could start
So
a business.
cool.
If anybody's listening and wants to start a business, just get a dump truck and just let people pull it, because every single person over the past 7 years who has reached out to me, I've literally had people message me like, I want to do the thing where you pull the dump truck. I'm like, man, but
it's so cool.
I don't own a dump truck for starters. It's not as easy to set up
You're
as people
telling me
think.
every strongman gym doesn't have their own dump truck?
No, we have everything but a dump truck and a plane. That was another thing someone asked. They're like, oh, can we pull a plane? I'm like, yeah, where are we going to pull a plane? Call Nav Canada and let's go out on the runway.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
I mean, they do it at Worlds, but it's a lot larger scale, a lot more money.
Now, an event this big needs lots of people behind the scenes. You're looking for volunteers and people to get involved. What kinds of help are you looking for?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Strong back, weak mind. If you don't have a strong back, you can have a strong mind. We need scorekeepers. We need organizers. We need everybody.
Spotters, loaders. People are going to be resetting implements. Because think about it now. If somebody carries a 600-pound yoke halfway up the course and they drop it and the time runs out, well, how do you get the 600-pound yoke back at the start line?
Yeah. That is quite the conundrum.
Yeah, exactly. And, if you have a couple strong spotters, sure, a strong heavyweight guy could probably pick up Lisa's yoke and run it back to the start point. But if you do that 40 times over the run of the day, and they get heavier as the weight classes go on,
they do.
So we gotta have people using pallet jacks, various lifts, dollies. So we're gonna need a lot of people.
How can people sign up to volunteer?
They can reach out to myself or Lisa on Instagram or the NL Strongman page on the NL Strongman page on Instagram will be best, or they can message True Strength Inc. on Facebook, and one of the coaches will see it and let me know, or myself, I'll see it. And, yeah.
Awesome. And if anybody comes to that and they're watching and they're thinking, I'd love to try Strongman or Strongwoman, where do you think they should start?
Oh, just reach out, and we also do drop-ins, so if they're interested in like doing a drop-in, they can just reach out and book a time, and we can let them know when there's going to be a group there training. They can just do a drop-in, check it out, and if it's something that they want to pursue, well, we can have that conversation.
It's a lot of fun, and again, it's a very welcoming group, so everybody is welcome to come. And I have had people say, no, like I'm too old for that. I'm 46, going to be 47 in September. You are never too old for Strongman, Strongwoman.
Well, we actually have one guy now. He probably, I don't know if he's going to say his name. I'm just going to say Jason. So shout out to Jason. Jason's in my group now. Jason is 51 or 52, and he's been dabbling in weight training and athletics, his whole life. But he just recently started taking it a bit more seriously, and he's doing great. It's hard, but it's supposed to be hard.
It's supposed to be hard, yeah.
It's supposed to be hard. Like, you're probably going to zero stuff. You're probably going to miss lifts. And if you're doing it long enough, you're going to get hurt. It doesn't matter what level you do it at. If you're professional, if you're novice, accidents happen. No different than, if you run up and down a flight of stairs 1,000 times, you're going to get hurt eventually.
Yeah.
You're going to trip eventually. So, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just like anything else in life.
Yep. Awesome. And when are the dates again?
September 26th and 27th.
For the athletes. For me, it's going to start like the 23rd or 24th, getting trucks ready. And yeah.
And we do have some really great sponsors on board too.
We do. Yep.
So that's great. And if anybody's interested in sponsoring, we're always interested in that.
Yeah, some of the local sponsors we have: Pro Dive, Paradise Physio, Horizon Naval Engineering, JPEX Effects, JK Conditioning, Onyx Developments, TSI, of course, Home Turf, Inclusive Fitness. They created wonderful sandbags we're going to be using. Supplement King, huge shout out to Supplement King. They've been supporting us every single contest as well. Awesome. Capital Home Hardware.
Nice.
And the town of Paradise in and of itself, because they helped us out with the venue.
Awesome. Great to get so much support.
Yeah, we got a lot of support.
It is really nice, actually. It's really kind of cool to see that other people are excited about this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sure.
Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, our music guest tonight is a singer-songwriter whose career stretches all the way back to the 1980s. Born in Port aux Basques and raised in Corner Brook, he first made his name as the lead singer of the top 40 cover band Hanover Fist, while also building a career in broadcasting. After releasing his debut album, I'll Be There, in 1998, he eventually stepped away from the spotlight before returning to music in 2024 with What If It's All Right. Now he's back with new music, including his latest release, Feed Them Emily. Derek Allan Strong, welcome to the Hulk Caesar Show.
Hulk, buddy. So happy to be here.
So good
it's
to
an
have
honor.
you.
It's a real honor.
Well, thank you for coming in. Now, Derek, can you tell us a little bit the song you opened the show with?
Well, you know what? That's a fun one because that's the newest song I've written. And I say written, but actually in some metaphysical way, I don't know, they just land. I'm mowing the lawn or I'm washing the dishes. This is not a joke. I'm singing a song and then I go, that's a song. And then I run upstairs and try to write it down before I forget
Amazing.
what I've been singing. And that's one of those. And I don't really write 12-bar blues tunes at all. That's not my genre at all. This thing hit me and, here it is. And by the way, you got the first kick of the can.
Oh, wow.
I performed it first last week at a songwriter showcase. I was featured at a songwriter showcase at Ashley's Big Ben's Pub.
Amazing.
So I played it there. But this is the first broadcast of that song.
World broadcast premiere.
And it has not been recorded or released.
Wow.
So you're the man on this one.
Amazing. What's it called?
It's called I'm Gonna Cry.
Amazing. All right, what do you have for us next?
Next is this was my very first release to Spotify. I spent years, excuse me, away from the music scene, and just said to my wife, I got to get back at this. I just got to. So I wrote this song and released it to Spotify. This is probably 3 or 4 years ago now. My first attempt to get back into the music scene. And, it's got over 13,000 hits on Spotify.
Amazing.
Which doesn't sound like a lot.
Sounds like a lot to me.
When you're a guy in your bedroom writing tunes in Torbay, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the best part is my mother doesn't have Spotify, so she's not either one of those.
Oh, my mother's definitely a big chunk of my views.
So this one's called What If It's All Right? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if you have learned that you have earned the right to love another day? What if all those nights of worry are dawning in today? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? The trees never noticed you were having a hard day. The birds didn't care about the rent. The squirrel hopped into your path and looked as if to say, there ain't no refund on the midnight hours you spent. 'Cause what if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if you have learned that you have earned the right to love another day? What if all those nights of worry are dawning in today? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? The view from a microscope will never do any good. With one eye closed and the other squinted tight. Instead, look to the rainbow spreading all across the sky with its promise that everything's all right. 'Cause what if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if you have learned that you have earned the right to love another day? What if all those nights of worry are dawning in today? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? Let's cut a door in the four walls of worry when they're closing in, when they're closing in. Take a breath, there is no need to hurry. Love and trust will never be our greatest sin. 'Cause what if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if you have learned that you have earned the right to love yourself another day? What if all those nights of worry are dawning in today? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? What if it's all right? What if it's okay? Okay, there you go.
So good. Derek, thank you so much. Now, you're performing at Showcase on the Rock in Bay Roberts later this month.
I am. Can't wait. I love that show.
What are you looking forward to most about it?
Well, it's the personal touch. It's real musicians performing for real people. Dean Clark is the brainchild. It's his brainchild is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I met him 4 or 5 years ago. He literally walked up behind me downtown, tapped me on the shoulder. And you've met Dean, right?
Oh, yeah. Dean's been on the show, yeah.
Sizable human. Tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and I had to look up at this guy. Luckily, he had a smile on his face this big.
He always does.
I was grateful. He said, "You're Derek Strong." I'm going, "Yeah." He said, "I'm Dean Clark. I have a radio show in Ontario, and I will put your music on the air." And I'm like, "Is this a joke? This must be Candid Camera, right?" He said, "No, man, I'm serious. I support Newfoundland and Labrador musicians, 100%. Here's my card. Send me your tunes, and within a week they'll be on the radio."
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was something in my drink. I just couldn't believe it. And he has kept his word. Mm-hmm. We've been friends ever since. It's impossible not to be friends.
It's impossible not to be friends with Dean.
He won't allow it. Let's be honest, right? So 4 years ago, they started with Showcase on the Rock in Carbonear. They were out there 2 years. And his idea is to give Newfoundland and Labrador musicians a platform, which they wouldn't ordinarily have. The big names, we all know who they are, the superstars of Newfoundland music. They don't need any help. They're doing fantastic. Dean helps the rest of us.
Yeah.
So he has a radio show. He plays all of our music.
That's a new name. Is it Off the Rock? Is that a
Off
new
the
name?
Rock, excuse me. Yeah, you're Off the Rock Radio.
Yep.
Once a week, he does a show. He plays music from lesser known artists like me and everybody like me in the province. Now, who's doing that? Who is doing that? Seriously. Everybody else is interested in making money at this. He does not care. So the radio show, Off the Rock, the principles and the underlying philosophy of that show give a platform to upcoming artists, translates into Showcase on the Rock. So as I said, 2 years it was in Carbonear. The last year and this year it's in Bay Roberts.
Yep.
I performed last year in front of a field of people who did not pay 1 cent to get in.
Amazing.
It was a family show. Last year there were over 40 performers. Glad to donate our time because Dean does so much for us.
Yep.
Excuse me. And this year there's also more than 40 performers over 3 days. So I'm asking you this. I'll ask everyone. How many music festivals, 3-day music festivals, can you go to for free? It's not. It doesn't.
Not that I know of.
It's not a thing. Dean's complete dedication to this is legendary.
Yep. We're going to see
none of us can believe it.
And you're going to see so many amazing bands out there, and so many music guests who have been on this show will be performing. So we're definitely really looking forward to it. Now, Derek, you've been making music for a long time.
Yeah.
But you also had a pretty big break in between when you were kind of releasing music.
I did have a break.
How do you hear your music now compared to what you were doing back then?
Well, for years I lived in British Columbia, so it was all country music. Mm-hmm. Even my first album was like Garth Brooks country, which was great. I love listening to that album. It's a great snapshot of what we were doing back then. I'm back home now, so it's folky pop stuff, and whatever comes to me.
Yeah.
But thanks to people like Dean, Showcase on the Rock, which by the way they were nominated for a Music NL award.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Like, come on, that's huge.
Yep.
Thanks to these kind of venues, and you too, my friend. Like, you're a hero.
Thank you.
Which other podcast calls me up and says, are you busy, right? This doesn't happen all the time.
We're having fun.
I'm super grateful
Well, thank you.
for the attention. And
We're grateful to have you.
We're grateful to you.
Thank you.
That's the key.
Now, Derek, you're going to play your newest single for us, Feed Them Emily. Can you kind of tell us a story about that song?
I can't wait to tell this story. My mother, who just turned 98 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Happy birthday, Mom.
She's smarter. Yeah, hi, Mom. Smarter than me and you put together, I'm
Excellent.
afraid to say. If you need your ass kicked at crib, just call my mom.
Oh, I like a challenge.
She will help you out with that. She's been telling me this story since I was a boy. She grew up in Rencounter East, which is on the south coast of the province. You can only get there by boat. Even to this day, it's isolated. So her father and uncle owned the store there. So they were actually well off compared to everybody else. Pre-Confederation and during the Depression, people were starving, right?
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
One day, 2 Mi'kmaq guys got off the coastal boat and approached my grandfather. His name was Clarence Coffin, and said, "We are starving. We haven't eaten in days." He took them home and said to my grandmother, Emily, Emily, feed them. And she didn't skip a beat, killed the chicken, put on a huge feast for these guys. They didn't even know them. They were complete strangers. Fed them the huge feast and sent them on their way. Now, I've been hearing that story my whole life, and I am so proud of that story. Like, that is just something I'll take with me forever. But more than that, it's a Newfoundland story. That situation repeats itself time and time and time again throughout Newfoundland history, and it's happening now. Newfoundlanders help other people. So this is a song that I wrote about that. It's my story, but it's everybody's story.
Amazing.
That's the way I look at it. And it's called Feed Them, Emily.
Awesome.
It was the spring of 33 in a town on the south coast. The wind... Can I start that again? Here I'm going again, right? It's called Feed Them, Emily. It was the spring of 33 in a town in the south coast. The winter was hard, harder than most. We were the lucky ones with our bellies full. So many neighbors felt that hunger pull. My daddy Claude was a merchant man, respected in that town, known for helping anyone when their luck was down. And so it came as no surprise the day he came up the lane with 2 hungry men in tow, calling mama's name. Emily, take them inside. Emily, feed them tonight. Let them warm their weary bones in the kitchen by the stove. Emily, put the kettle on. Let's start with some tea. There but for the grace of God go we. So feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. Let's feed them, Emily. There was a clatter in the hen house. One made the sacrifice. Mama didn't hesitate. There was no need to think twice. And Daddy in the cellar by and by emerged with pickled beets and vegetables and blueberry preserves. There was humming and peeling in the kitchen as they worked. 2 men watched with grateful hearts, hung on Daddy's word. Emily, take them inside. Emily, feed them tonight. Let them warm their weary bones in the kitchen by the stove. Emily, put the kettle on. Let's start with some tea. There but for the grace of God go we. So feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. let's feed them, Emily. As we bowed our heads to pray, teardrops could be heard. Two men taught a little girl, pours more than just a word. Emily, take them inside. Emily, feed them tonight. Let them warm their weary bones in the kitchen by the stove. Emily, put the kettle on. Let's start with some tea. There but for the grace of God go we. So feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. Feed them, Emily. Well, let's feed them, Emily. Let's feed them, Emily. Hey.
Oh, what a great song, Derek.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Derek, I know you're playing tonight, but unfortunately I'm not that quick. The show won't get out tonight. But do you have any other shows coming up you'd like to plug?
We are, so I'm in a pub duo. I do my own, I have a band that we sing all my own original songs. Derek Allan Strong and The Free. Keep your eyes open.
Nice.
I'm on Spotify under Derek Allan Strong. There's a website, derekallanstrong.com, where all my music is parked. But I have a pub duo, Strong Lock, and we play all over the place all the time. Every weekend we have 2 or 3 shows. Big Ben's Pub, Kitty Vitty, West End Club, Dildo, Newfoundland Distillery. Man,
Awesome.
It's fantastic. We have so much fun. So much fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
And you know what? Thanks for having me. This is a real honor. Hulk, I got to tell you, buddy, you've done my heart good. This has been a fantastic experience.
Thank you so much. All right, well, it's now time to play everyone's favorite game. Tonight we're playing Caesar's Hypotheticals. I'm going to give you a situation, and you can tell me what you would do. And I'll give you quick answers on these ones. Let's start over here. Now, you can instantly become world class at one skill. What skill are you choosing?
You just had to be fast at answering.
Yeah, that's right, Lisa. How about you?
Sewing.
What's that?
Sewing.
Sewing, excellent. Derek?
Well, music.
Music, yeah. Well, you're already doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good already.
Law.
Law. Ooh, I like that.
Nice answer.
Oh boy, I'm not even gonna pick mine. I'm gonna go with law with you too because it's always good to have a lawyer close by.
Yeah, law.
All right.
Can I have another choice?
Yeah.
Law.
Law. Too many. Well, that's what the world needs: more lawyers, right?
I'll sew their suits for them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And then you can all come visit me in jail after I lose these cases, I'm guessing. All right. Oh no, but you're instantly skilled, I guess. With that in the game, you're the best lawyers. Yeah, I guess.
Is that your ambition?
No, definitely not. but it's probably one of the most admirable skills.
Yeah.
Or
Definitely orator.
yeah,
Like
for
that.
sure.
Yeah. I know you can live anywhere in the world for 1 year, completely free of charge. Where are you going, Derek?
France.
France. Lisa.
It would just be here.
Oh, I like it. You rent free in Newfoundland. That's pretty good.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, you been there before?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a competition there, is that right?
Yeah. I competed there in 2023. My wife and I loved it there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Beautiful place.
I'd like to live in like some sort of bubble under the sea.
Yeah.
Like in a glass dome at the bottom of the sea, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. Maybe that's a bit out of scope.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Yeah, I guess so.
pineapple.
If I gotta have a roommate, SpongeBob wouldn't be so bad. I guess he'd be pretty annoying, probably. Let's see. If you could erase one annoying invention from existence, what are you getting rid of, Lisa?
One annoying invention from existence. Mm-hmm. It's not really an invention, but it drives me crazy when people flip those freaking water bottles.
Oh yeah, the stacking bottle or the bottle, like
Yes.
yeah.
Sandbags.
Sandbag. Getting rid of them sandbags, Derek. What are you getting rid of?
You know, I was just talking about this the other day. I would get rid of the beep on my microwave.
Oh yeah.
Because it beeps. I go, okay, I heard you.
Yeah.
And it keeps beeping, and you have to stop what you're doing. It should hear you say, okay, I heard you, and then that should be it. But no, it just tortures you forever.
That's a good one too. I don't like those vazoozles or whatever you call them. They were blowing during the World Cups and stuff. Those long kind of
Oh, man. They're terrible.
tutors. I don't like those. So get rid of those things. All right, well, that's been all the time we have here tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you so much. We got some stuff here for you We'll get you to sign the flyer here, and we'll put it on the autograph wall.
Cool.
And then
That's
if
awesome,
you
man.
take one of those and pass it along,
Yeah.
please.
Thank you.
And what you got there, that's volume 1 of our zine, which is scenes from my 1996 high school agenda. Now, this episode covers when I failed my driver's license test, when they wheeled us when they put us into the library in high school and wheeled into TV, and we watched the O.J. Simpson verdict. It's all the history of the world is in there.
That is very
Very cool.
That is cool.
Thank you.
And so thanks, everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. Great time.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, next week we'll be joined by Max and Andrew from our friends at Snow and Mo. They're going to talk about how bad the winter is and how bad the summer was and how bad the winter is going to be, I guess. That's what all I can assume. And we'll be joined by musical guests Alex Murphy and Jay Walsh of This Day. That's going to be a lot of fun. So for Kyle, Lisa, Derek, the absent Emily, and myself, I'm the Hulkster. Thanks for watching The Hulk Caesar Show.